joining us here at noon. I'm Christine Pitawanich. We begin in Northeast Portland's Russell neighborhood, where an investigation is underway after a police officer shot a man while serving a search warrant. It happened around 5 a.m. today in a neighborhood just south of I-84 on Northeast 137th Avenue. It's near Linfield University. Right now, details are limited, but police say as they were trying to enter the front door to the home, he went out the back door, armed with a rifle. That's when an officer shot him. Some people living in the area say all that commotion woke them up.
You couldn't really see anything. It was dark still, but we kept hearing him say, "Come out of the house." And about 3 times we heard flashbangs, apparently loud booms. And then we heard about an hour later, maybe not even quite that long, 3 or 4 gunshots.
The man involved is in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No officers were hurt. Several streets in the area are closed for the investigation, and KGW's Daisy Caballero will have the latest details in our 4 p.m. newscast. To Gresham now, where police are hoping you can help them find 2 missing siblings they say did not come home from school yesterday. Take a look at your screen. 10-year-old Alexander Lewis was last seen at Glenfair Elementary. That's located on Northwest Wonderview Drive. He's 5'4" and was last seen wearing a gray and white Tupac shirt and blue jeans. On the right-hand side, 12-year-old Alyssa was last seen at H.B. Lee Middle School on Northeast 172nd Avenue. She is 5'6" and was last seen wearing a blue NASCAR sweatshirt and matching blue sweatpants. Call 911 if you have any information. The city of Portland is moving forward with plans to either renovate or relocate the Keller Auditorium. Today, they'll begin reviewing the top 3 options and hear what the public thinks. Catherine Cook shows us where the theater could land.
Staging 3 different options for one theater. On Wednesday, Portland City Council will grant an audience to those pitching the future of Keller Auditorium. A 2020 study shows, as it stands, the Keller could collapse during an earthquake. Option 1 is a major renovation that keeps the Keller where it is, on Southwest 2nd and Clay. The proposal from Halpern Landscape Conservancy touts a grand fountain plaza, a 3,000-seat main theater, plus a new, smaller performance space. A short walk away on Northwest Lincoln is option 2. Portland State University owns the land. They, too, are proposing a larger performing arts center and a smaller one, plus an educational building, hotel, and parking. A third option would take theatergoers across the Willamette to Northeast Portland's Lloyd Center. Urban Renaissance Group, which owns the mall, unveiled its plan last fall. It includes tearing down Lloyd Center and replacing it with a theater, along with new homes, offices, restaurants, and retail.
There are pros and cons and, different opportunities, and they're all amazing sites.
Carl Lyle is Spectator Venues Program Manager for the City of Portland. He says Wednesday will really be the council's first time hearing from all 3 groups.
I think we need to be appreciative of what's been done and sort of be open to learning about these different ideas at this point, and try not to get too far down the road of I have a favorite or I don't like this one or whatever at this moment.
Council will also hear public testimony on top of nearly 100 pieces of written testimony. LeJune Thorson is for keeping the Keller where it is. She writes, "The larger-than-life lighted programmable Keller fountain will draw passersby to this dynamic display. Instead of being hidden, a glimpse of upcoming performances will be available to everyone. A new, more diverse audience will be attracted to see an opera or a ballet or a musical performance or a cultural event." Kate Quick favors the new downtown site, writing, "PSU's proposal is the only option that keeps the Keller Auditorium open while the new complex is being built and keeps a performing arts venue in downtown. Small businesses and hotels downtown cannot afford to lose the Keller Auditorium for 2+ years while it's being rebuilt." Quick's point mirrors concerns outlined in a new economic impact analysis. Metro, which operates the Keller, commissioned the report. Most notably, it predicts a long list of negative impacts and financial harm, including lost jobs and revenue for other businesses, and displacing the Oregon Ballet Theater and Portland Opera, not to mention Broadway across America, during a 24-month renovation.
That was Catherine Cook reporting. After today, City Council will start a public engagement period for feedback from different groups and stakeholders, including Metro. The plan is for City Council to talk about it again in August, and eventually it will be up to City Council members to choose the winning proposal. It would be interesting to see what option they land on. They've got final say. Rod, you've got final say when it comes to the forecast. What's it looking like?
Well, we've had, I think, about as many showers as I thought would be possible on the high end of the spectrum. We have indeed seen some decent sunshine at times, and that is both the case right now. You see the showers primarily here on the west side, and then, as expected, a few showers out over the Blue Mountains. The radar right now, again, fairly active. We have more rain up and down the Cascades than anywhere, and there have been more showers up around Longview than to the south, down around Salem, where there has been some passing light rain. Certainly no over weather concerns. You see the rain getting up into the Cascades. Look at all the people right now out on Cannon Beach taking a stroll. My goodness, lots of folks. And look how pretty it is. Partly cloudy skies there, 56 degrees. Often the case on these types of days that you actually have more dry weather at the beach than you do inland. Cannon Beach looking nice. Snow, yeah, that is snow up at Timberline Lodge. A little bit of it was sticking to the parking lot earlier this morning. 33 degrees, snow levels at 5,000 feet. Out in the gorge, partly cloudy in Hood River. Beautiful looking day right now. That's Indian Creek Golf Course out that direction. In downtown Portland, you see a little bit of sunshine. We're at 62. I think the high temperature won't go much higher. I've got us at 65 this afternoon. Once we get into early evening, the shower chance will quickly end, and then we do have a couple of dry days coming, and we'll have that in your 7-day forecast straight ahead.
Okay, thanks for that look, Rod. In Newburgh, the school district is facing a $3.7 million budget shortfall. The news apparently came as a big shock to school board members, teachers, and parents who were initially told the district's finances were just fine. Superintendent Stephen Phillips points to several reasons for the deficit, including less money from the state and higher costs for transportation and special education programs. Even so, many parents are now calling for Phillips to step down. More than 1,000 people have signed a petition asking for his resignation.
He and his whole cabinet should resign because they're obviously not qualified to lead a school district.
It makes me feel frustrated and angry because it's quite personal at this point. My children are going to be affected.
Phillips says he's working with the state, school board, and unions to address the deficit, but he says there will still be cuts. And while that story unfolds in Newburgh, Portland Public Schools is narrowing its search for a new superintendent. The 3 finalists for the district's top job were at an open house last night, answering questions from parents. KGW's Alma McCarty was there.
The 3 finalists for Portland Public Schools' top job. Kimberly Armstrong, Deputy Superintendent in Vancouver's Evergreen District, Paul Cruz, who once held the top job in Austin, Texas, and Ethan Udoznata, the number 2 in Salem-Keizer. Tuesday night at Grant High, they made their pitch to parents.
A brave space for students to show up and be who they need to be.
It is really okay to be yourself and to learn in the way that you learn.
And I'm hopeful that I get a forge a path here, that I will step up as a listener.
Middle school music teacher Rain Stoltz was here.
It's important to know what the future of our district is.
And ready to submit feedback instantly online.
I appreciate that they're opening this up to community and they're looking for feedback, and I hope they'll take it.
Finalists answered questions around advocating for more funding from the state, strategies to keep families from leaving the district, and how they'd help students of color and students with disabilities succeed. Then there's the question of commitment to Portland, seeing as all 3 have held more than one position over the past several years.
I did move around initially because I wanted during my PhD. There's sometimes movements in there, and it's not moving for the sake of moving. It's always, and I appreciate the question is asking before just making the assumption, well, this guy was just moving around, whatever else. Well, there's a reason why.
I can tell you right now that I never want to go through a process like this again. I'm not going anywhere.
This is a place where I plan to retire, right? Not a career move, but a life choice. I have taken some opportunities. I'm proud to say that I've never made a lateral move.
Though no matter the final decision, Stoltz cautions the new leader faces an uphill climb when it comes to securing trust.
They need to be cognizant of that, and they need to be willing to work toward that.
The next steps will happen pretty quickly at this point. The school board will deliberate at the end of this week and is scheduled to announce the district's new superintendent sometime next month.